Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. Today I'm making these little mini egg boxes for my grandsons. I'm using the lovely little Fable Friends. Yep, I'm using this little rabbit, and as you can see, you only need part of the rabbit to go inside, and the wee acetate windows, which means they can see the treats. Now in this one I didn't bother doing the back and thought I'll think of something else for the back, but I'm actually going to do four holes this time. I think it's far nicer than just leaving it. And on the top it's just Easter greetings, a wee bit of ribbon, and layered up in some punched out circles. So it's a quick and easy wee box, and inside I have these Smarties mini eggs. There's a big bag of these for £2, so I dare say you get maybe 4 boxes out of this if you had 4 to do. I have only the 2 to do. The other 2 grandkids are in Wales, so they'll not be getting them, they'll get money. So this is going to add to the lovely wee bundles that I have been creating for the boys. And it means the parents can actually give them one treat at a time. If you buy them a big egg and they open it, they want to scoff it all and make themselves sick. So hopefully this will, you know, give them a few sweets, and that'll keep them going for a while. So I thought it would be a good wee project. So this time I'm going to go with a different colour. That wee one I made was using the Coastal Cabana, and this time I'm going to go with Bermuda Bay. Just hadn't enough of this, to be honest with you, so I have another sheet of this, and this is what I'm going to go with. Gets them a wee bit different. So what you're going to need for the base is a piece of card that measures 8 2/8, which is the full width of an A4 sheet by 7 inches. So that's pretty good. You've only the one cut to make, and you actually have a bit left over, which you can do your punching, or you can make a matching card. You'd still have enough to do that. So I might come back and show you a matching card with it, maybe with the wee bunnies on it. So you're going to need 4 windows from the acetate sheets, and I've already put tearing tape around the edges just to save a bit of time. That's how we're going to glue them on. And then I have the wee bunnies done. I have 4 of them stamped, 3 of them coloured completely, 1 of them partially coloured. Just use your whatever colours of markers you have. I see I've left his a wee bit of skin out there, I'll have to do that. And I have used Pool Party for his wee jacket, and it goes perfectly. I had made these up intending to use the Coastal Cabana, but it goes perfectly with it, so I'm happy enough. And I've done the wee rabbits in the crumb cake sort of colour this time to keep it sort of chocolatey. So let's get started. You need a wee scrap of the crumb cake as well for your base punch, so keep that in mind. A great way to use up your wee scraps is doing these layered sentiments. So we're going to start with the long side first along here and do a bit of scoring. So let's get started. This first one you're just going to do a 2/8. So it doesn't give you much down that side, but it's enough to seal the box. And then go from there to 2 2/8, 4 2/8. It's really basically a 2-inch cube box, so it's pretty easy. And then 6 2/8. Turn that round, and you want to go in now at 1/2 inch. That'll be for your wee closure at the top, and then we'll go 2 1/2, 4 1/2, 6 1/2, and that's all the scoring you need to do. So we'll start now, and this is the way we want to cut it. I'm going to put some pencil marks just to show you. So this is going to be the join, where we're going to join them all together. We're going to have 4 circles in the center here. We're getting rid of this one, and this one we're cutting down a bit. This one is going to be your closure, and then the same here, we're going to have half one. This one we're keeping as well, so you just need to trim that in a wee bit. This one we're getting rid of. A half one, a full one, and a half one. So pretty easy cutting, nothing too drastic. So we're going to do your cutting first. We'll cut this excuse me, away. cut that one slightly in and straight up there. And then we know this is going to be a wee half closure, so just cut that up. And then you're back to your full one. So just keep cutting them all. Doesn't matter if these are the same size or not, you know, you can trim away whenever you're finished if you want them all nicely, but they're just getting tucked in. So the same here. There you go. Now you can punch yourself out a little circle as a template. I have done one in orange. You just use your scrap paper that's left if you're doing this. And you're going to be centering these in the middle here just to show you. Again, use your pencil so you can pull it away. But just so you get a good idea that you have it in the center, and draw a pencil line around it. And then we're just going to punch that with the 1.5 inch circle punch. Can't see with my own light here. I've got good light for you and I can't see it. Not good. Hope I've got that right. So any overspill, just rub it off. Just so it's not showing with your rubber. So we're going to need more circles here, circles here. So the best thing to do is fold that over and just give it a good crease. So you know that's in the right position, and you want to slide this through, and you're cutting through the previous one. Now you might cut a wee bit off it, but don't worry. So there's 2 of them cut now, so we need another 2 here. For this, I'm going to draw another circle onto this one, just so that you have it in the center as best you can. Draw your circle around it. Oops. And just chop it out, punch it out. And again, rub off your pencil marks to keep everything nice and tidy. We're going to fold this one this way. Just make sure you have everything lining up nicely. Give it a good score and go back in with your punch again and re-punch that one. And there you have the 4 circles. So now you want to put on your acetate or window sheets, whatever you call them. So just remove that turn tape You can hear the howls of the wind outside. It's actually the 3rd of April when I'm doing this box. It's supposed to be in the middle of spring or the start of spring, and that's the weather we're getting outside. Sounds delicious. Right, so you want to get these acetate pieces that I tell you what size were 1 7/8 square. So they should fit nicely over each window. So you're left, look, I've got a wee bit of, push it back in with your finger, just gets it out of the road. And just do the same on each window. So they're just cut 1/8 of an inch smaller than the 2-inch square It's just so you can get the tape on them, but you don't want it cutting into your fold or anything and making the box sit funny. You might even get away with that nice red tape. You can get very narrow tape, because I'm actually catching. The last time I made the other one I put the sticky on here, but I found it was peeping over this side, so I thought this might be a better way to do it. So as I say, anything peeps over, push it back with your pokey tool or your finger. It just gets rid of it. Goes back easy off the acetate. There shouldn't be any bother, and any excess can be picked up. That's the way. There. So we'll keep going. Where's the next one? This is a bit slow, but we'll get there. Have you all seen the new storage system that Stampin' Up is bringing out, or has brought out? It's actually available now to everybody. It's lovely and white. I like white storage in my room. I just like the cleanliness of white. I like white furniture in general. So it's right up my street. So I'm just waiting on my order arriving to tidy up my blends, which I'm pretty excited about, because they're, in the minute, they're actually sitting in coffee pots, empty, oops, wrong side. They're sitting in empty coffee jars that I saved to put them in, so it's going to be really nice to have their own wee partitions to sit in. So check it out. If you go to my blog, link below, you'll be able to see them on my blog in the sidebar. They are lovely for your ink pads and your blends and your markers. The three things that fly around your room and get shifted about, I'm sure, like myself. You're always looking better storage for things. So just put that last one on. And that's those done. Now this time we're going to really give our folds a good score. You want a good neat box. I didn't score the ones in the first box, and I'm finding my wee lid keeps popping open, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen this time. If it does, I'm just going to stick it down, because either way, once the boys open these boxes, they'll be empty. That'll only be opened the once. You can be certain sure of that. Just give them a good hefty score till you're happy with all those folds. And then we're going to seal up the bottom. We'll seal up the side first. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Now, you want to decide which is going to be your top and which is going to be your bottom. So I think this is going to be the top, and I also want to, I'll do that before I make up the box. If you get an inch circle punch, whenever we make up this box, and this is all going to sit here, this is going to close in, and then this is going to go inside, you're going to see it. So we really want to snip that away so that it's not showing through the acetate, you know. So actually we could go a wee bit bigger. Maybe just use this. We'll see. I'll position it up and see. If you line up your punch up here, line it up so that it's straight and showing whatever amount you want to clip away. So just try and get it as straight as you can and take that away, and hopefully that will still another wee bit. So just go back in, you know what you've done, take another wee bit off. That's better looking. So that was the 1.5 inch circle punch, just to take that wee bit away. So these ones are going to be your bottom. We're going to do this one first, and I'm going to put some turn tape on it just. exactly put enough on there, so I'm going to be generous and give it a wee dab of wet glue, which gives me a bit of wiggle room as well. So fold that down, fold this one flat, and just turn it over to make sure you've got it all in position. Actually, it looks like it's sticking out, so I'm going to trim it. Now, that's the box. It's still not fully taken yet. So that's my top, so we want to seal up our bottom. So we're just folding those two in, and then this is going to be here, and again, it's going to show through, so you want to do the same on that side. It was silly of me, I forgot about that. So just do the same again. See if that fits. Yep. So put a bit of glue on these two flaps. Oh, sugar, my timbers are just dropping punch. And you can put a wee drop there and there, just so it holds nice and firm for you. Forgot about me. Stupid. Before you stick that down, put your rabbits in. Oh my goodness. We can do it this way anyway, but don't do it this way. Put your rabbits on when the box is sitting flat. Makes more sense, doesn't it? Oh, just got carried away there with this box. So just seal those all down. We can add our rabbits, but it is going to be a bit more awkward, so don't do it like this. When the box is open flat, before you seal it all. I mean, I have that in my notes, just didn't read them. So, okay, get your wee rabbits. They are going to sit along the bottom and just a wee bit of his ears. So we know to put a wee bit of glue just along here and a wee spot at the ear. And that's all you need to hold him and secure. You really wouldn't even need it on the ears if you don't want to. You can sit out. But just pop him in there where you like him. Come on, baby chicks, sit there. I'm going to push him down this way. And just make sure I have him where I want him. Right. So do that when it's flat. It's much easier. So where's my next one? This one has to be coloured. Do the same with this one. A wee spot and a wee line. And just slide them in there. If you put glue on one ear, actually, then it will give you the other ear to hold on to. But if you're doing it the way you're supposed to do it while the box is flat, you shouldn't have any problems. So they are cute, like peeping through. Next one. I'm just going to do the one ear this time to give me something to grip onto. Pop him in, make sure he's central, and press him down. Okay, I've got glue on my window. Don't do that. That glue does wash off. Like, use a wee wet tissue and it'll clean the windows up for you when you've finished. Now this last wee one, we haven't coloured him because I want to show you how I coloured his jacket. So I used, oh, where are you? Here. I used the Pool Party Dark and Light, and just simply start, do round where you think the shadows are going to be, where he's holding his wee hands together, where it'll be under his elbows. The buttons are going to be darker too, up round here, round his neck, and that wee crease, and that should be enough to do that. Go back in with your light Pool Party and just blend that all in. and go back in again with your dark, just to emphasize those shaded areas. Just a wee bit at the bottom here. Now, that's him. We want to put some glue, and again a wee spot in his ear. Where's my lid? So hold him by the clean ear and pop him in there. Yep, just double check before he takes. And that's him all done. So we want to pour some sweets in there. I probably have too many, because I want my lid to close nicely. Okay, shouldn't it? Now this is going to be the front, so we're putting our sentiment here, and to do that we're going to need a 1 3/4 inch circle of crumb cake, and I have to go and get my punch that went flying across the room. And as I say, you can use your scraps. Even though I've marked that in the back, it doesn't matter. You're going to put popping it the other way. So you want that on top of that. And then your last wee bit will be your Stampin' Up bit. And again, hold on to any scraps. This is when I was practicing with the letters. So I kept the end of it. I didn't use it and I still had a bit. So hold on to your wisp of white scraps. They're great for stamping onto. So I'm using this side because you can see the print of the other one. Stamp it in Bermuda Bay, matching your card, and then just slide it in to your 1 3/8 inch scallop punch. And they all sit together. But in between that we'll want a wee piece of ribbon. So you need about 3 inches of ribbon. Will do the job. And just take your scissors and fold it in half like that. I'm going to use these great big scissors. And you're just cutting like that, just to give it, see what I mean? Just fold it in half and go from the outside point in to the fold, and that gives you those wee edges. So we're going to use a piece of a tape runner just across the center to hold your ribbon. Pop it in there, and then the rest of it we're going to use dimensionals. So getting a lot of blinking going on here, aren't we? Push that down. So it went a bit dark, but I think you'll be able to see it better than all that blinking going on. The weather has turned here. It has got so dark, and with the darkness that has tried to lighten up. Not very well. So another 3 dimensionals on the back of your stamped piece, and pop it in the center, and then just add some wet glue, and that sits on the top. And there you have your nice wee Happy Easter. a wee Easter treat. So that's me, says you, thank goodness. So there's the two of them. This one has only oops, the one on the back, so I'm going to have to, I can't punch it out now, I'll never get my punch in there, but I think it is much better, don't you, with the 4 windows rather than 3. So do it like that. But they are nice in those colours, you know, and if you had a white gel pen you could add wee spots or whatever to brighten it up if you wanted, simply because there's no DSP used. But I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you'll have a wee go, and all details and links to everything that I've used will be down below, and I'll catch you next Tuesday. I'm hoping to start some cards, so maybe that'll start next week. I'm not promising because I need to get organised first. But thanks for watching today anyway. Bye.